back to another episode of Revealing Biblical Truths. Today's video, we'll be going over the Tower of David. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell, and comment down below if you want to see other sites like this. The Tower of David, also known as the Jerusalem Citadel, is an ancient citadel located near the Jaffa Gate entrance to the western edge of the old city of Jerusalem. It was during the Byzantine period that the remaining Herodian tower, and by extension, the citadel as a whole, acquired its alternative name, the Tower of David, after the Byzantines mistakenly identified the hill as Mount Zion, presumed it to be David's palace, mentioned in 2 Samuel 5, verse 11, 1 through 27, and 16, verse 22. In this picture, we see the citadel. The minaret is not part of the original complex. It was added much later in 1635 by the Turkish rulers. The citadel that stands today dates to the Mamluk and Ottoman periods. It was built on the site of a series of earlier ancient fortifications of the Hasmonean, Herodian era, Byzantine, and early Muslim periods after being destroyed repeatedly. As evidenced by archaeological discovery of the Broad Wall, King Hezekiah was the first to fortify this area. The city's fortifications demonstrate that by the late 8th century the city had expanded to include the hill to the west of the Temple Mount. The motivation for building the walled fortification was the expected invasion of Judea by Sennacherib. The wall might be the one referred to in Nehemiah 3 verse 8 and Isaiah 22 verses 9 and 10. After the Arab conquest of Jerusalem in 638, the new Muslim rulers refurbished the citadel. This powerful structure withstood the assault of the Crusaders in 1099 and surrendered only when its defenders were guaranteed safe passage out of the city. In 1187, Sultan Saladin captured the city, including the citadel. In 1239, the Ayyubid emir of Karak, al-Nasir Dawood, attacked the Crusader garrison and destroyed the citadel. In 1310, the citadel was rebuilt by the Mamluk Sultan al-Nasir Muhammad bin Qalawun, who gave it much of its present shape. The citadel expanded between 1537 and 1541 by the Ottoman Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent, whose architects designed a large entrance, behind which stood a cannon emplacement. The citadel was expanded between 1537 and 1541 by the Ottoman Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent, who designed the large entrance. For 400 years, the citadel served as a garrison for Turkish troops. This is the Fazel Tower, partially preserved in the citadel of Jerusalem, and has been identified as either the Fazel Tower or the Hippicus Tower, described by Josephus. Of the original tower itself, some 16 courses of the original stone ashlands can be still seen rising from ground level, upon which were added smaller stones in a later period, which significantly added to its height. Herod named the tallest of the towers, 145 feet in height, the Fazel, in memory of his brother who had committed suicide while in captivity. The model of Jerusalem by Stephen Illes is a 1 to 500 scale model of the city of Jerusalem, originally exhibited at the Vienna World Fair in 1873. The scale model reflects the city under the later stages of Ottoman rule. It is currently among the several exhibitions at the Tower of David Museum in Jerusalem. The exhibit depicts 4,000 years of Jerusalem's history, from its beginning as a Canaanite city to modern times. The maps, videotapes, holograms, drawings, and models in exhibit rooms each depict Jerusalem under various rulers. During the Muslim rule in 8th century AD, a new citadel was established. The precise plan of this citadel was not known, as severe damage was caused when the Crusaders built their citadel. It was located in the southeastern corner of the courtyard. Probably this tower stood at the corner of the new wall, which ran north and south. If we assume that when the Arabs left the Hasmonean Herodian wall as their western limit, then the outlines of the Arab fort become clear. Remains of the Hasmonean era wall, which was strengthened by Herod and later rulers, run northeast and southwest through the inner archaeological gardens. This segment of the wall, which surrounded Jerusalem during the Hasmonean times, the 2nd century BCE, runs through the courtyard. This wall is referred to as the First Wall by Josephus Flavius and received its name as it was the first of 3 walls which surrounded Jerusalem during the Second Temple period. In Herod's time, and in later Byzantine period, additions were made to the wall. To the right, Saladin, and to the left, Richard the Lionheart, King of England, has an equestrian statue in the front of the city of David, or the Tower of David. It is one of the several reliefs installed at and around the Jerusalem citadel, including a 19th century model of Jerusalem, the statue of King David. Bekisli was erected in 1834 by Ibrahim Pasha, who governed the land of the Palestine from Egypt. It can be accessed from the dry moat which surrounds the citadel or through a Crusader-era hall in the museum. Archaeological excavations have unearthed remains from as early as the 6th century BCE and walls from the time of King Herod, as well as evidence from the Middle Ages. Of particular importance are the discoveries of a wall and other findings from the 1st and 2nd Temple periods. Masjid el-Saif is located within the city of Jerusalem, along the southern part of the citadel's eastern barbican. Sultan Suleiman I ordered a major restoration of the citadel, including this mosque, in the early Ottoman period, as the mihrab bears the name of Suleiman al-Qanuni. Since the second half of the 16th century, the mosque underwent some alterations. In 1738 AD, it was restored by Ali Agha, the chief of the Janissaries in the citadel. And here are a couple more pictures of the Tower of David. Hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, Shalom.